Hi, I'm Sue Wall with Comey Shepherd Realtors.
And I'm Sue Miller. We would like to introduce you to a good friend of ours, Andrew Ferguson, who is an attorney with Rebold, Larkin & Murray, and title insurance agent with Rebold Title Company.
Andrew's law practice is primarily focused on real estate planning, probate matters, and he has been rated one of the top real estate attorneys in the state of Ohio, under 40. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you for having me.
Andrew, what is the most important thing about estate planning when it comes to real estate?
That's a great question. One really important thing is that what the deed says matters. So for example, a married couple that owns a piece of real estate, they want to make sure that their deed says with rights of survivorship. That means that if one of them were to pass away, the other will become the sole owner without having to go through probate court. The next thing is that through the titling of the real estate, you can actually provide for that house going to the next generation as well. And that will keep that asset outside of the probate court process as well.
Andrew, why is it that someone would want to avoid their assets going through probate?
Well, the biggest issue with probate court is that it's expensive. It's a form-driven process. There's a lot of rules and regulations and laws that have to be followed. And normally that means employing an attorney to navigate that process for you. It's also very public. You can get online right now and find an estate, who owns what assets are part of the estate, and who's going to inherit them. And finally, it can take a lot of time. I think, as you guys probably know, if you're going to have a piece of real estate go through probate court, it's going to take a few months, possibly even a year, until that process is completed.
How can people ensure that their real estate will easily transfer to their loved ones without having to involve probate court?
Yeah, it's a very simple process. What we would do is create a transfer on death affidavit that the client would execute. We would then record that in the county where the deeds are located, and that affidavit would basically say, I own this property. If something happens to me, I want the property to be transferred to my named beneficiary.
So, Andrew, if someone wants to have what they call transfer on death affidavit for their home, what other considerations should they make?
Well, the biggest consideration you want to take into account is who your beneficiaries are going to be. If your beneficiaries are going to be minor children, obviously they can't inherit real estate. Also, if you have a lot of adults that you want to all share in that real estate, maybe you would want to think about leaving that property to a trust. A real estate trust could be very simply set up so that the asset, the real estate, would go to that trust. You would name one trustee that would be in charge of the real estate. Normally that means getting it on the market with real estate professionals like you, getting that house sold, and then they would then take the proceeds and give that over to the beneficiary. So we like to see that often when there's minor kids or when there's many people involved. That way it really simplifies the decision-making process and allows that you guys to work directly with the trustee instead of making phone calls to all of the different siblings.
Yeah. Andrew, are real estate trusts expensive?
Not at all. They're actually very simple to set up. Our trusts are normally maybe only 6 pages. They're very easy to read. And it's just a simple document that would accomplish the goal of transferring that asset to those beneficiaries. A lot of the times, it doesn't even increase the cost of our estate plans with our clients.
And Andrew, how else can someone protect their real estate investments?
The biggest suggestion I make is that when you buy a piece of property, you should invest in an owner's policy title insurance. Everybody buys casualty insurance to protect themselves if there was a fire or some sort of event, but they never think about title insurance. Title insurance would really protect you in case anybody else tried to make a claim to your property. It's a one-time premium that you would pay at the time you purchase the property, and it protects you for the entire time that you own it.
I know some of these topics can be tough to address, but Andrew can help to make sure that you and your family are protected for the future.
And planning ahead will make an already difficult situation that much easier.
While what we've talked about today can't be considered an attorney-client relationship, I do recommend that you reach out to your attorney or trusted advisor to discuss these issues. My phone number and email are below, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Andrew, thanks again for your time today, and we appreciate your professionalism and knowledge as you continue to provide for our clients.
Thank you, Suze.
Thank you. Thank you very much.